You will never get rich by learning. Let me tell you a secret. Maybe you don't know this. Your brain cannot hold two different pieces of information about the same concept. Your brain cannot have two opposite truths coexisting in the same mental space. This is where you will understand everything I have to tell you today. You are confused because you are building a 40-story building on swampy, dirty ground that collapses in the first year. And what I'm going to prove to you in the next 10 minutes that this is true. Stay with me until the end. If you don't know me, I'm Danilo Lion Limitless. My mission is to decode the mental patterns of the world's most prosperous people so you can master your own life. And the concept I'm going to show you is what that separates those who stay eternally studying from those who finally get rich. This concept is called unlearning greater than learning. Let me tell you a very personal story. Before things start working, I failed 4 businesses. 4. It wasn't because I didn't know what to do. I studied like crazy, read books, took courses, consumed content, but I kept failing. You know why? Because what I need most wasn't to learn more, it was unlearn. I carried victimhood. When something went wrong, my mind automatically looked for external culprits. In my case, it was only God. I carry a need of approval. I didn't make tough decisions because I was afraid of what people would think. I needed everyone to like me. I carry bad mentalities about money. Birds of a feather flock together. I'm not that feather. I will die trying to be rich. We are poor, but we are clean. I carried bad mentalities about selling. Selling is forcing something on someone. Marketing is a manipulation. If the product is good, it sells itself. I carry bad mentalities about self-promotion. Talking about myself is arrogance. Successful people are fake. I need to be humble and not stand out. And the worst of all, I carry a self-image of a pride disguised as humility. I don't need help. I know what I'm doing. I just need to try one more time my way. As long as I didn't unlearn this, I didn't start succeeding. It didn't matter how many courses I took. It didn't matter how many books I read. It didn't matter how much I learned, because I was building on swampy dirt ground. Let me ask you a question. If you want to build a 40-story building, what's the first thing you need to do? Is it to start laying bricks on the top of the ground? Do you think it works to just grab the ground, cement over it, and start staking bricks, saying this is going to be 40 stories? You know what happens? In the first 6 months, when you start putting the second floor, the building collapses on top of your head. That's why you don't achieve what you want, because you are building on swampy dirt ground. Dirt ground in your head is 3 things. First, bad habits, destructive behaviors you repeat on autopilot. Leave everything for later. Try. When you are about to succeed, it seems like everything goes wrong. Run from necessary confrontation. Quit at the first difficulty. Second, failure algorithms, automatic mental patterns. This always happens to me. I'm not good enough. This works for others, but not for me. I'll try one more time and then quit. Third, self-sabotage beliefs. Truths you believe about yourself. I wasn't born for this. People like me don't get rich. Success is for those who had luck or a good cradle. I'm good technically, but terrible at business. You know what happened if I take a person carrying all these and put $10 million in their hands? They lose everything in 2 to 3 years. Not because they don't deserve money, but because they can't handle the energy pressure of that much money. They do everything wrong under pressure. Why? Because the ground is swampy and dirty. The foundation can't support the weight of the building. Let me tell you how the ground of your mind got dirt. But you are going to promise me something. You are going to stop blaming others and you are going to act in the direction of changing your head and not stay with childish anger at the people who did this to you. Do? Everything happened in your childhood is like this. When you were a child, you didn't have the argumentative capacity. You didn't have developed logical capacity to confront what went against prosperity, which is nature, human process. So you absorb limiting beliefs without filter. Money doesn't grow on trees. You have to work hard to earn a little. Rich people exploit poor people. You are worthless. And now you fight with this all the time. Prosperity is not wealthy, but only those who are prosperous get rich, because prosperity is the path to wealth. Prosperity, it is continuous growth. And if the ground is swampy and dirty, you don't grow, you collapse. How to apply it in your life? Wrong way, just learning. I'm going to take another marketing course. I'm going to read 10 more books about sales. I'm going to learn new skill X. This is good. But without unlearning first is equal building a building on rotten ground. Right way, unlearn first. There are 4 steps. I'm going to give you 2 here that will already help you a lot. Step 1, identify the swampy dirt ground. Ask yourself, what beliefs about money have I carried since childhood? What automatic behaviors sabotage me? And the most important of all, what is the biggest title, the biggest lie I was trained to be? Coward, a procrastinator, a proud person, an anxious person, or a deluded person. Step 2, confront with evidence. For each limiting beliefs, look for counter evidence. Rich people are greedy. Do I know generous rich people? I'm not good at sales. Have I ever convinced someone of something? I need approval. Have I ever done something right, even with criticism? The difference is in cleaning the ground before building. Last month, a new mentee came to me frustrated. Danilo, I took 3 digital marketing courses. I read about business every day, but I'm not getting anywhere. Me, how many businesses have you tried? Him. 2. They failed. Me. And what do you think you need to do now? Him. Learn more. Take another course. Me. Wrong. You need to unlearn. What beliefs about yourself are sabotaging you? Long silence. Him. I think I'm afraid of seeming like an annoying salesperson, of being rejected, of being judged. Me. So the problem isn't lack of knowledge. It is excess limiting beliefs. We explain it together. Person who learns without unlearning is equal building that collapses. Person who unlearn first is equal solid foundation to build height. He changed his focus that day. In less than 30 days, they got 3 new clients and fired 2 bad clients. Not because he learned a new technique, because he unlearned the fear of selling. Same concept, different context. It works. Now the most important question is, how long are you going to waste learning on swampy dirt ground? You don't have a knowledge problem. You don't have a technique problem. You don't have an information problem. You have a ground problem. You are trying to build a 4-story building on a foundation that can support 2 floors. And truth you've heard so far is this: you can have the best course in the world, the best mentor in the world, the best strategy in the world. If the ground is swampy and dirty, you collapse. Let me tell you one last secret. I failed for business not because I didn't know enough, because I carry victimhood, need approval, bad beliefs about money, sales, self-promotion, pride disguised as humility. As long as I didn't unlearn this, I didn't start succeeding. Unlearn is not easy, but is necessary, because prosperity is a natural human process. But only those who clean the ground first prosper. The choice is yours. If you want to keep receiving mental code that destroy limiting beliefs and take you out of the cycle of learning without growing, subscribe to the channel, because every week I decode another mental pattern from successful people so you can master your life.